Good evening. What's up? I think we're a little late. What time is it? Forerunner. I have one clock in the Forerunner, both from Toyota. One says 1 hour and another one says a complete different hour. They're offset by an hour. Toyota knows like everything that you do in your truck, but they can't make the clocks sync. You have to manually change them. So I refuse to, because in 6 months they'll both be the same again. What's going on, guys? How are you? What's up? How is everybody? Email is out tonight. If you're on our texting app, you get that notification usually an hour early. Sometimes that doesn't happen if we've got other stuff going and we're running behind, but generally that's what we're shooting for. We got some minimalist wallets. What has happened here? Why are we upside down? Minimalist wallets, a couple of different flavors. These are the new stand-up pouches right here. They have a base on the bottom and they will stand up. That's why they're called stand-up pouches. If you put less stuff in them, you can push that in like that and they'll go flat. We gave you a big loop so you could put a snap link carabiner and clip them together and put a bunch of them on one hanger, hang them on the wall or back of the seat, whatever. Wyatt Cranford, how are you? Yoder, what's up? Charlie Wood, what's going on? Scott Anderson, I see you. Bill Rovelli, what's up? Staley, how are you? Cole, do you have any 6-round shotgun cards? We always have fucking 6-round shotgun cards. If you need to ask the question, like it's so important that you have to order it and it actually has to ship tomorrow, which is, we want that to happen anyways. But if you have to have that conversation, order whatever color you want and put in notes, hey, if this can't ship, send me anything you have. Oh my God, look. Shotgun cards. We literally build them every day, guys. Here's shotgun cards. Here's shotgun. These were just made like a couple hours ago. We walked out of here probably 6 o'clock, drove an hour to dinner, hit up Sam's Club. A lot of stuff missing, a lot of stuff absent from Sam's Club. Hashtag bear shells Biden. But that's mainstream news now. I mean, we've been saying that shit for a year now. We've also been telling everybody, hey, go, rather than go to the movies or buy extra cigarette, whatever it is you buy, go fucking buy some food that's, long term. So, Rallyman pouches, you guys that like Coyote, Rallymans with pistol mags, those are online, inventory is locked and correct. Non-bungee single points, we must have been out of them, somebody ordered one, so there's probably 12 extras built. The Highlander 12-gauge micros, I think those are sold out. If the system will let you order one, you will get one. Those will all start shipping tomorrow. They'll all ship tomorrow unless the guy ordered some other stuff we didn't happen to have with it. Cigar cases are continuing to be ran. Different color injectable cases are being run. EDC pouches, all that new little stuff continues to be run. All the first orders, those have all shipped, unless you ordered something else on that order that was missing. OD stacked micro rigs are going. The red and blue law enforcement day pouches, those are going. For guys that weren't cops, didn't want to represent and be like blue line stuff. We gave them a red option also, just because it fucking looks, red and blue both look awesome on the multicam black. Here are OD stacked micros right here. Kirby, thank you. There's 36 fucking people on here right now. That means actively on. There's way more that came on, didn't like the conversation, sidetracked, will come back, whatever. But there's only 13 thumbs up. You guys watch these fucking videos, my videos, everybody's videos. But you can't fucking just do the thumbs up thing. You can't. I mean, we send free shit out with every fucking order. We give you a code every fucking week that gets you free shipping. But you can't fucking just do the thumbs up thing. You can't leave a comment. Or how about just the fucking share? Just share it to your fucking Facebook page. You can't do that? I don't need any more than 1,000 customers. Like, that's what I've been telling you guys for the last 2 years. The website steadily is being locked and limited. I am moving my system. Like, guys hit me up every day. Hey, can you build this thing? Guys like, hey, can you build me a modular subload? I'm like, I have 3x6 modular subloads in OD and black, but I want the original. I go, yeah, we haven't made one in 20 years, and you're the first dude that asked. Well, I love your stuff. Awesome. What's your last order number? Well, I don't have an order number. I buy my stuff from other guys. Oh, so I don't get your money. You're not giving me any of your money, but you want me to do some special shit for you. We are moving to, if you want to be a new customer, you have to fucking be referred by another customer. You want us to build some stuff that we don't have online? What's your order number? I asked that so I can look it up and see how many orders you have. I have dudes with 500 orders. We have customers with over 1,000 orders. And I say that to say, lazy motherfuckers watch the videos we put up all the time that I pay people to make, and we continually buy equipment. I spent half my day today doing shit outside of here for content for here, but we can't get a thumbs up. But those are the same dudes that fucking watch every single video because they're entertained or because they hate you. And I'm not just talking about me. We have conversations about all kinds of YouTube channels, social media platform guys, all kinds of shit. And you guys can't just push the button while the thing's already in your hand. It's fucking amazing. I'll bet that's the same motherfuckers that don't have any pussy and they're too fucking lazy to jack off. I like, shared, ordered, and sent email with contact for music for festival. Jen, thank you. Awesome. I think I'm well over 500. SDMO2SF. Buddy, I don't know who you are, man. I also don't understand why people have fucking different names on social media platforms. When you see me post, is it pretty clear, no matter where I am, who it is that's posting? I mean, does anybody not know? Philip Strother, what up, man? Several belts, love them. Could you make me a custom Riggers belt? No. Not, and that's not to be an asshole, but people mistake brevity and fact for being an asshole. I mean, but the deal is, my workspace, my desk, is wrecked in there. It's piled up full of shit. And those are, I wonder what that's off, battery cap. That's all good intentions that don't come to fruition. So I just have to say no. Like, what would even be a custom belt? Because, like, I want a Riggers belt with some thread color. Well, that's on the website. All you gotta do is order it. Whatever color you want, almost. But if you want me to sew some special shit on it, on a belt that we don't make, like you want Molly on it or Pals or some shit, no, I'm the one that has to do it. And I can't sell fucking 100. I can't build your sample, show it to my girls, build 100 and sell it tomorrow. Received EDC organizer. What do you think of it, man? Please send more. Isn't that bacon good, Joseph? We paid, my cost on that bacon was $2 a piece. It's delicious, but holy shit, it's like a reward treat, right? It's a snack. You bribe your kids with it. Not me. I mean, if you have to bribe your kids, it's because you don't hit them hard enough. Time is valuable. Call to action is good marketing. Jen, right on. Receive my EDC organizer. We appreciate your time making these videos and sharing. Adams Colin Smith, thank you, man. Thank you. Spent this morning, I was up at 4:30 this morning. I was at an old hotel by 5:30 this morning that has no power. And I started filming in the dark. And kept the drone and kept doing several passes as the light would change, just so that one of those passes where it's dark enough and eerie enough with all the trees and shadows, so that we had it. But I wasn't sure really what I had until I viewed footage, so I just kept doing the same shot. So from about 5:30, and then when the sun started coming up, I made a couple more passes in different angles, just to get the sun coming up and the sunset on the horizon on the other side, not the dark side of the hotel. And then they were supposed to be there at 9 to start running the big, huge tractor that literally takes bites out of the roof, the second floor. It's a poured concrete, so it's a slab with big steel poles and then poured concrete for the second floor, and then poles, and then poured concrete for the roof. So when this thing would grab, it's like a freeway overpass almost. It's like a road, elevated road, but that's the roof. It's crazy how they built this thing. And they take this tractor, it's like a bulldozer, but it has a big grapple, like a skid steer, but humongous. And it lifts up to the second floor. And he would just come in and punch through the wall and grab this slab, and it would just crack the slab, and it would send like a shock wave. Like 50 feet away, you would just feel this shock wave. Like you could see the drone move when the thing would happen. It was insane. We filmed that till noon. We were literally just filming that shit. And you know what you guys will see out of that? You'll probably see about 1 minute of that. Send me whatever color 6-round card. Empty. I can't do shit here for you. I'm assuming you're the dude that asked a few minutes ago, but I don't know. So if you put that in your notes. So as long as you put that in your notes, no problem. It'll happen tomorrow morning. But if you leave that to my devices and I have to communicate to you about it, it'll probably take a couple more days if that's the case, if we don't happen to have the color you ordered. I just showed you cards on the table. So if you were smart and ordered a black one or a green one, since you're now telling me send whatever color, one of those will definitely ship in the morning. See, I get emails every day. Dude emailed me today and said, hey, I ordered this shotgun card. I never would have ordered it from you had I known it was 8 to 12 weeks. I have a law enforcement course that I'm teaching in 2 weeks. I think it said something to that effect. There were several of these guys. You know what he didn't tell me? He didn't tell me what his order number was. He didn't tell me what color he ordered. He didn't tell me a fucking thing about his order. And I replied, I said, what's your order number? What did you order? As you can see from this email here, you have included no information at all as to what items we are discussing. I think he did not say shotgun card. He didn't say shotgun card, I don't think. I actually took his email address and was able to find him. But the fact is, guys do this shit, and they are asking a company who you're fucking just lucky that they're even fucking operating and doing business with you at this point, because that's how every company is right now. Companies are running lean, and companies are running mean, and companies are fucking just doing what they can. There are so many companies right now. I invited people to come out to our prepper conference who has a shop and does fucking an amazing amount of business, and she said she can't even get enough fucking merchandise and supplies and goods to stock her shelves. She said she's definitely coming to the conference, but she's not going to spend her time setting up at the conference. We've had a lot of that. But my point to that is, that dude has one order with us, ever. This is his first order. All he has is one order. I have fucking 10,000 open orders on any day. I'm just the dude that tells you the shit. Most companies, you just won't get a reply from them. I just have the conversation because I don't need that customer. We can totally do business, but I have enough. I can literally only service so many people, and I have way more people that want the product. And I know from a new guy listening, because I know there's one of you, you're like, well, you'll never grow your business. Motherfucker, I've been in business 35 years. I don't need your business advice. You should fucking probably shut up and just listen to the dude that's been in business for 35 years. Take what you like, try what you're not sure about, and get rid of the stuff you don't like, but you will find that your business will go easier when you listen to dudes from different businesses. And I have plenty of customers to buy shotgun cards. I could probably work with 0 employees, make nothing but shotgun cards, and probably have a lot more free time, which I don't want, because I'd be doing the same shit. But I'd probably be more profitable. with just shotgun cards. It's always or the belts. It's always the shotgun cards or the belts. It's always something. Fold it over, tighten it down, fold it under itself so you can. I don't even know what we're talking. Josh, what's up, man? How are you? Security guy. I don't know. He said he's teaching a law enforcement course, I think is what he said. Busting ass plumbing business. We can't get to everyone. No one is getting in the business. Yeah, Tennessee Williams, buddy. I hit people up and I'm like, hey, can you do this thing? And they're like, yeah, it'll be 6 weeks. And my reply is, how much for it to be tomorrow? And especially if I'm face to face, how much is it for it to be tomorrow? I go, I don't care when tomorrow. I don't care if it's in the dark. I pulled up at a tiny building lot, right? Where they were unloading a bunch of tiny houses, right? And I pulled up and I said, hey, do you move these things on your own, or do you belong to only this company, right? And he goes, no, we move them for all the companies. And I said, I have 2 buildings I need moved. I need them moved about 10 feet back on my property from where they are. They're on gravel. I've got 12 inches of crush and run down already. All I need is you to move them and level and block them. And he goes, man, we're so busy. I go, look, dude, you just tell me when you can do it, and I will be sure that the property is open and available to you 24 hours a day, no matter when that is, and I will pay you whatever number you tell me that costs. And he kind of looks at me. I go, what do you usually charge? You usually charge $200 to move these, right? So you tell me $500, and I'll fucking hand you $500 right now. You tell me $600, I'll hand you $1,200 right now because there's 2 buildings. How much for it to be now? They always have a now price. And I tell them, I go, I'm going to be your easiest customer. And the next time I call you, you're gonna fucking make time because I'm going to be your easiest customer and I'm not going to haggle with you on your price. What is your right now price? Everybody has one. I have right now prices. Usually the guys that want the weird shit, and it's always green. Will you make it green or will you make it green and black? And it's all these guys trying to recreate the 1990s, special operations look, right? Most of them are like airsoft or reenactment guys. No problem. But they're from Italy, most of them, or Japan. Japan, when you give them a right now price, they always pay the price. Italy, they never pay the price. And for some reason, there's a bunch of younger dudes right now, seems like between 15 and 25, that are into this shit in the United States. Will you build your DA direct action vest? No. That was my reply, no. And the kid's pissing and moaning in the OD Green group about how John he didn't even take the time to type words out. He just said no. Another dude, same thing. Will you build me a DA force vest? No. Well, why not? I go, because we haven't made one in 20 years. We have more shit that does more stuff that's more current. And he goes, well, and he said something. I go, I'll do it, $1,200. Well, they only cost $275. Okay, well, hit somebody else up. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Those guys never pay the now price, but there's always a now price. And I really stopped doing it because a lot of dudes, most dudes, when you're having that conversation, they will take the now price. And I don't want to sit and do it. I don't have to anymore. No, none of them need them. It's not even being a good customer. It's just common sense. Like, I would print these things off and shame these people, but now they have like a bullying button. So when you do it, they tattletale on you, right? Because their ass hurt and they can't go give me I demand a refund. I want to see your man. They can't get you in trouble because you're the boss, and they can't charge it off or ask for a refund because you fired them and their ass hurt about it. So their only recourse to try to harm you is to get you fucked up on social media. So that's the deal. I get them every day. Hey, I had a few questions about your products. Awesome. If you'd have told me what those questions were, now rather than emailing back to tell you I don't know what you want, I would have just replied with some answers. I get probably a dozen of those a day. Hey, I had a question about a belt. Well, that's fucking great. I make 14,000 different part numbers just in 2 colors of EDC belts. When you do the combos, the colors and the sizes, there's 14,000 part numbers in EDC belts. You and 800 assholes want fucking a question answered, but you're the dude that didn't bother to answer the question, and right now I'm on your email. Stop letting people get... Thomas J., hey, fuck off, man. Fuck off. You see, that's the difference, Thomas. That's the difference. I make money from this shit. I'm not worried about that. This is a conversation between 75 other people. So I don't know what to tell you, man. You obviously don't know very much about how I fucking do things. And Thomas, you should probably go fucking start your live feed video and discuss whatever you want to discuss. ATAX Ghost in a while. We haven't made a lot of ATAX Ghost stuff in a while. My friend owned half of ATAX, and he has since left ATAX. He's not with ATAX. He sold his interest in ATAX. Ranger Dave's team leader is a friend of ours. We have several mutual friends between us, and he owned half of the company. And he was on a lot of my videos and shit. And he had a graphic arts dude that wrapped a bunch of his vehicles and stuff and did a bunch of work for our stuff. And I was putting all this up because I liked the Multicam Black. Because we had a relationship with ATAX for a while that was growing into a bigger relationship, I went ahead and we wrapped these walls in ATAX so that we could film against them. We used to have a bunch of 4x8 sheets of plywood wrapped, and we'd put it in front of the door when we would do the videos. Since he's left, I just don't do much ATAX. I also don't have people asking for it. We've been putting a lot of products up. We do a new product almost every week. We put it online in several colors, and then we have a custom option. You can literally order any color you want. In the last 15, 16, 20 weeks, not a single customer has ordered the custom color option in ATAX anything. That's it exactly. If people do this to you, they'll do it to someone else. Because corporate policy has people so gun-shy and scared to stand up for themselves. And corporate policy, the guy who's berating the little girl at the customer service desk or the waitress is never the person that owns the company. It's not people that own companies anymore. It's all about the fucking profits to the shareholders. So they hire people, and they hire a business administrator and human resources person and a CR, customer retention, customer relations persons, and you are just forced to take it. When really, a good 15, 20% of the time, you should probably knock the fucking meat out of their lips. But everybody's just so fucking gun shy. So every company has the things I talk about, the issues, the customers, the concerns, whatever. I'm the dude fucking saying it. Magpul, big knife companies, big gun companies, literally. I'll get message. I got message from a buddy the other day. He said, hey, your name came up in a meeting this morning. I'm like, what were we talking about? And he said, well, there was about 20 of us around the table, and we were reading off some emails and some people that were upset about something, and they said, why don't we let Willis handle this? That's what always comes up. Do you know that none of them? I'm like, I'll handle those customers. I will fucking handle those customers, and you guys will have more free time to take care of better customers. 10% of your customers take up 80% of your fucking time. And when you fire, and that's not what it's even about. When we have these conversations, you got a 50-50 chance the person I'm talking about that sent the fucking random email is on the video or will see the video tomorrow. this conditions the customer. What this also does, when you fire that guy or he gets ass hurt and he does the, I'm never buying from this guy. He's going to, one of them was a gray shotgun card. He's going to fucking run out and try to find a gray shotgun card. Nobody makes a gray fucking shotgun card except us. And he's going to be ass hurt over that. And he might come back, have the wife order or whatever. But a lot of times he's mad. And what he does is he goes out in every little fucking, and the biggest group of little fucking cunts is the 590 Shockwave guys. There's always a little fuck, because they buy those guns. They're neat, right? But there's always a little fucking twat in there every night in those groups. And just like the another one was the Smith & Wesson group, there's always a group for something that's full of pussies. And they go in there and they're like, man, don't ever buy nothing from SOE. And half these motherfuckers are only in the group because they just bought a 590 Shockwave because it was the only thing they could fucking get. Because the big boy guns, you know, the real ones, the 870s, the 590s, whatever fucking Winchester's newest thing is, they couldn't get those. But the dude sold them the cool little Judge because it looks neat. It's got the little pussy bullets, you know, the little pussy shells. So he convinces his girlfriend to pay for half the gun because she might be able to shoot it because it's got the little girl bullets. So he's in there going, don't ever buy anything from SOE. And you've got 100 new motherfuckers every night that own one of these neat little things. And they're like, who's SOE? And the thing that always happens, right? I don't ever have to post. I don't show up. I see it days later after it's happened, or the next morning they'll send me screenshots. What happens is when the dude says that, 20 other motherfuckers show up and go, why? I have a ton of SOE stuff. Well, I tried to buy this thing and he wouldn't sell it to me, or he fired me just because I asked about it, right? Do you know what happens? Whatever item they're talking about, 20 dudes show up and start posting photos that they own that item. That's what always happens. I just had a dude, this happened yesterday. I'm not sure, I think it was a sling or a belt or something. Hey man, no hurry at all. I'm just curious when this is going to ship because it's been 10 days. And when I looked back, the email said 8 to 12 weeks. And if I'd have known that it wasn't going to ship right then because it said it was in stock, I never would have bought it. Do you know he didn't tell me what he ordered? He didn't tell me what he ordered. He didn't fucking give me a fucking order number. He didn't give me shit. He didn't reply to the confirmation email, which we know he has because he looked back at the email and saw 8 to 12 weeks. So I just canceled his order. And he got an email confirmation that said canceled and refunded. And I replied to his email to make sure he saw it, and I just said, hey, canceled and refunded. He's like, what? I didn't want my order canceled. Why would you cancel my order? Because you started with, hey, however long it takes. And then you went on to this other stuff telling me how you never would have ordered. I solved your solution. And I would rather have that dude mad than to have him have my belt. And he said, I bought your belt because several of my friends have your belt and they always talk about how great they are. Well, now you're the dude in the group. Your friends probably set you up for this because they knew this was going to happen. But that's how that always happens. And I will get more business from this dude who's mad than I will from all the people who like me. And here's a prime example of that. There are 89 people on this thread right now. 89 people watching right now. 89 live souls. And there's only 56 thumbs up on this video. And most of those happened 30 minutes ago when we said something about, hey, give a thumbs up. That is exactly why we get more business from unsatisfied people talking shit than from people that say they love our shit. Isn't that fucked up? People will get on here and spend time to watch whatever it is we're talking about, have a conversation. Where else can you talk? Show me another fucking person in the gun industry, in the gear industry. Show me a dude in a motorcycle industry, knife, anywhere. That at 10 o'clock at night, the CEO that's fucking owned a company for 35 years, and you can actually communicate and interact with them about anything. We can talk about anything you see in the picture. We can talk about anything you want. I might not know about it. I might not be interested in it. I'll tell you that. But show me. Go hit up Drake from Magpul. Right now, just fucking hit up Drake. Hit up Travis Haley, right? Hit up any of them motherfuckers that you guys watch on social media and see if you get a reply back tonight. Anyone? Giraffes. What would you hit me up tonight and said, hey man, where would I buy a giraffe? And I said, because I mean it makes a big difference. Do you want a live giraffe or do you want a taxidermied giraffe? Because I can put you onto both of them, and if you have the money, you can buy them tomorrow. And he said, a taxidermy giraffe. I said, I'll sell you one of my shoulder mounts. I said, I'll sell you one of my head mounts. I think I said $5,000 or $7,000. I don't remember what I told him. And he hit me back with a link to eBay, and it was I told him $5,000 because this one was 63. And it said replica. And I said, dude, that looks really good for a replica. And he said, yeah, they look really good. And he said something, he goes, but how much, if I buy one, how much? I go, I'll sell it to you for $5,000. And that does not include packaging. It doesn't include freight. It doesn't include crating. It doesn't include shipping. So you drive here and hand me 5,000 $1 bills. Don't bring me them bullshit, honey. I want $1 bills. And we'll put it in your truck, van, fucking Yugo, whatever you have. Strap it on the side of your Segway. And you can leave here with the giraffe neck mount. He didn't say, okay, I'll be there tomorrow. But I think it's just kind of, people go into things. I ask questions a lot of times just out of curiosity. And that's probably what that was. Did I answer your giraffe question? Still remember when you bought the first one? I bought the first one because it was just so weird, right? And it was awesome because I bought it over the internet. And we showed up at an Oddities Expo that was happening in Nashville. There's a 2-part video series. Me and Reed Spencer, Zena, and Amanda, we drove in, and it barely fit in the excursion. We had the head up between me and Amanda, like up on the dash. The horns were up on the dash. But when we walked in, from across the whole entire venue, you looked back and you could see that giraffe at the back. And when we got back there, it took me almost 30 minutes to get up close enough to even touch my own giraffe that I had bought, because so many people were around it taking pictures with it. It was awesome. It really drew a crowd. I never intended to buy the other ones. When I bought the first one, I just thought it was so crazy. I'd never seen it. I didn't know anybody with one. And then others presented themselves, and better representations. I own 2 more that aren't even here. The tall one there is not a really big giraffe. It's just the biggest one. We bought it. We had to cut a bunch off the base just to get it to stand up. And it wasn't going to go there. It had to go there because it was the only place that was the tallest point of the building. The one below it, the whole one, that's a 2-year-old. And I own a 2-week-old one also. That's in Atlanta. I've got to go pick it up. But those stand-up pouches weren't telling jokes. I'll go to my corner. I don't know what we're talking about. What's happening with the Mustang Supercharger Plus? I don't know, man. I don't know. Cody should have bought a Porsche with a warranty. I drive around back. I just bought a giraffe. Hey, can I drive around back? I just bought a giraffe. I actually said that. And the dude, he was super cool. And we went around back. And when we came back out, I stopped to show him the giraffe. He got a kick out of that. A Tacoma with a giraffe in the back. Internal travel collection in the woodland. Again, why am I replacing gear with SOE? First, it's truly bomb-proof, and this right here, and I hate to break it to the haters, customer service is that. Our customer service is good. You guys, like, it, and I totally understand that new people will come on here and hear the conversation that I just had and be like, fuck that guy. And I understand that. But you know what's going to happen now. Because they were there, they're going to see a lot more SOE shit because it has spiked the algorithm. And it's the reticulatory activating system, right? Reticulative activating system. You see a blue car, or somebody says, hey, I just bought this brand new blue whatever, and then you see them all over the place because your body wasn't fucking tuned to see it. And when they hear this conversation and they think things, they think I'm never buying shit from that guy. He's going to spend 5 fucking weeks seeing my shit everywhere, and he's going to pay attention to it now, and he's going to see these posts and these comments of these guys. But on every one, you never see these threads where everybody's like, yeah, fuck that guy. There is always people in there that are like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. I watch his videos every night. I've been to his shop, and I have fucking $20,000 of his stuff. How about a rope bag? People don't buy them, Carl. We made rope bags. We made rope bags that would go off your hip. We made rope bags that would go off your shoulder. We made rope bags like rappel off your ankle, right? So you put them on your calf, so the rope pays out as you're rappelling. Most people don't know how to fucking set a rope bag up so that it will actually deploy without fucking kinking. There's not a call for them. I believe you can probably still get one from Blackhawk, who copied it from Eagle. London Bridge probably might have one in the system still. Real guys don't use those. Like, that was all cool. Operation Nimrod, the HK catalog, the SAS. Dudes don't use them. They just don't, they're not a call for them. Check CMC, check PMI, check New England Rope Manufacturer, check with Blue Water perhaps. But us making them, I like a rope, and if you're talking about just to carry like your dynamics or your statics or whatever to the site to deploy or whatever, I think Metolius, or I don't remember who made it. I had one that was kind of like a pack cloth that rolled out, and you put your rope in there, and then you roll it up, and then it folds over and snaps into what looks to be a bag. I liked that a lot better. We used to climb all the time. We used to top rope all the time. Did a lot of slack jumping. We used to rappel off bridges. Like, we rappelled every fucking day for years and years. I left so much rope gear when we moved. I think this is my wrong one. One of these is fucking full. That's a partial right there. Like, I probably have fucking 20 brand new ropes here. We have tons of that shit, but guys don't use them, man. Guys would buy it because it was just some cool shit, but you didn't really ever use them. Used to keep the rope clean, not for, gotcha. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They make some good ones, or they used to. I haven't seen them in forever, but they made one that rolled out flat. It was probably like 4 by 4 feet. So you get your rope in there, you fold this over, you fold the sides over, and then you roll it back into itself, kind of. My aunt owns an estate sale appraisal company. I bought more antiques than I can count. Vintage Tiffany. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. There are some good modern day lamps. Everything's called a Tiffany lamp now. Obviously, they're not Tiffany. But there are some good ones out there. I'm actually buying 3 of them. One has a big shade on it that is all the stained glass that makes up dragonflies. And then 2 of them are actual peacock bodies that they all light up, and then they have shades on them. And they retail anywhere from $250 to $600 a piece, whereas true Tiffany's, you know, they'll go $7 grand, 12 grand, depends on the Tiffany. My buddy John has a green glass Tiffany, or did recently, for sale, and then I saw another one sitting in Knoxville, and I want to say the price tag on that was $7,500. Metolius that made and gave the place to lie your rope. There was a few companies. I think it was Metolius that I had though. John, do you want a large metal chicken? Tennessee Williams. Are you offering to bring it here and give it to me? I'll absolutely take it. Do I want to buy one? I see them all the time, and I've never bought one. And how big are we talking? Are we talking like the old style KFC 20-foot chicken? That'd be rad. Or are we talking like you go to home and garden shows and the stuff you see that comes up from Mexico all the time made of sheet metal that they've painted? Those are neat, but I've never bought one. The milk was 6 days old. What you didn't catch in that video, it actually cut off. Starbucks has so much toxic shit in their coffee, the milk is the least of my problem. And the milk they're using is probably so chemically laden that it couldn't go bad anyways. You know, they use RFID dust. They use nanoparticle dust on their coffee beans. If this sounds weird or far-fetched to you, you should look that up. True story on rope, only used once. True story on rope, only used once, 5+ years old. E.M. Garcia. I'm not sure what we're talking about. I burn the shit out of ropes. I have a lot of Blue Water Assault Line and New England. And as you know, those are statics. But I have Blue Water dynamic ropes also. I have ropes that, you know, were used for assault climb school, mountain rescue school, mountain climb school, steep angle rescue classes, all of the stuff. All the people we were interacting with and dealing with were Marine, Reconnaissance, Force Recon, or SEAL team stuff. And a lot of those units would go outside of military for training and classes, so we got invited to a lot of that stuff. Used to think it's the large tool bag to hold my climbing ropes and gear. It's held up for you. Oh, it'd be great for that. It'd be great. Plus, you would find that you would only take the shit you're truly going to need that day, right? Because how many times have you gone out and brought a bunch of shit and you don't ever put it on or use it, right? So you would truly just take the stuff you needed if you used a large tool bag. What's the purpose of the RFID dust? So they want to be able to track everything down to the bean. They want to be able to track every cut of fish. They want to be able to track everything. And they can serialize each piece that way. Now, how they do it, I don't fucking know. But look it up. It's a very go down that rabbit hole. While we're talking about Starbucks, you should find out, because you hear all these things about how great Starbucks is, all the things they do for the workers, and they only use free trade coffee. Find out how Bill Gates is associated with Starbucks and his family. You should find that out. You know, the man that says, we need to reduce the population of the world by half. How would you do that? Well, we would tell people that there was a virus, and we would vaccinate them, and the vaccination would make them sterile. Have you ever heard those words come from Bill Gates? You should probably look that up too. Heard there's an explosion in a magnesium plant in Waverly. Did you hear it? There's not a magnesium, well, I don't know, maybe there is. The magnesium plant's in Camden. It's called MagPro. I didn't hear an explosion today, but it's on fire 4 times a year. Like on fire. Like, I don't know how they fucking operate. Doesn't magnesium catch on fire when it gets wet? The entire building is fucking soaking wet because there's holes burnt through the fucking roof where the magnesium is burned through. That place goes on fire and burns for days, all the time. Coffee's high in acid, not conductive for bacteria growth. Plus, it's colder than the fig for a few days. Basically, it's a Twinkie in a cup. What are we talking about? The fucking Starbucks coffee in the cup? It's also so full of fucking sugar that, I mean, yeah, I'll drink that shit. What's the worst that could happen? The old DuPont plant. So the old DuPont plant, Tennessee, we're talking Kenmore's. Is that what we're calling a magnesium plant? Kenmore's over there? There's a couple things right there. The steam plant was there. The power plant was there. Kenmore's. And what they build over there is white pigment, titanium oxide or something like that. They do all the white pigment for DuPont. So what happens is that place changes names about every 5 years. They will have somebody get seriously harmed, hurt, maimed. There'll be a lawsuit. And then the company will sell to it, and the name will change, and then they will keep all the same employees will be there, and they'll do the exact same thing under a different name. You can light magnesium with a Bic lighter. Or the sparker, right? The ferro rods. Blade Runner is here, folks. Soylent Green is people. Isn't something some derivative human product that they're calling Soylent Green. Didn't that just come out a couple days ago? Barn Dad, but they give $2 to Kenyon. I'm not giving a fucking penny to Kenyon. Like, not my problem. We should take care of our problems right here first. Why are we giving money to anybody? Don't care. Not my problem. But I agree with you, though. Amanda with the Purge t-shirt. Do you wear small? I want to order. I have no idea. Amanda, I don't know the answer to that. Do not ignore me. Supreme Court shut down large business tax. Yes, they did. But they'll do it anyways. Do you think they said no? Do you think that means no? What you should probably be paying attention to is all these military camps, these prisoner camps that have been set up that are now all empty, and they're not taking down the camps, nor are they unmanning them. What are they going to use the camps for? Aircrew survival kit fire starters are magnesium because the block is relatively safe. Shavings, Roger. I worked for Kim Morse. They won't spend money to fix anything. Charlie Wood. I hear that about everything, man. I hear that about. Try MagPro. If Kim Morse looks bad, go work for MagPro for a few months. You'll come back to Kim Morse. Bifold wallets. We've got quite a few of them, different colors. These are the stand-up pouches, so you know what you're getting. It's pretty good size. You can put a lot of screws, bolts, random tools. It'd be great for wrench set, drive sets. Bullets, it'd be great for putting 9mm 45 or different types of whatever, 22. You can put a fucking ton of 22 in that thing. We got some EDC organizers. We've got roll-ups. We have some injectable pouches. We've got cigar cases. We've got more colors going also. Highlander 12-gauge micros. I really think these are sold out. We just put all the cards in them today, so these will get pulled and go into boxes. If the site will let you order it, then you'll get one of them. The inventory is controlled and locked on those. I've got quite a few options for left-hand. If you're a left-hander, or if you just want something fast, for the first 5 years we made a micro rig, we never even made a left-hander. Every left-hand guy used a right-hand rig. The platform is only 13 inches across, so you can more than reach everything with your hand. Stand-up pouches, got a couple of Klein canvas bags for screws, just like them, right on. Now, screws will, if you put drywall screws in these things, they will punch through there. They will work their way through. Unscrew them. The fabric will heal for the most part, and that'll be the end of it. Not a problem. When I was field engineer, most of my customers wouldn't fix shit until it broke catastrophically. John, do you have something for big iPad? I do not right now. No. We make a iPad sleeve. I have the biggest iPad in my hands right now, and that's what we built the sleeve off of. I do, you know what? Maybe I do. We did have a box of them, actually. Re-education camps. That's exactly what I think they are. If you look at the CDC, they talk about, what did they call them? Confinement. They use a term, and it's not. Anyways, when you look at it and you read the charter or the information about it, I have some woodland ones, and when you read about it, there is no exit strategy. There is no plan to get those people out of the camp. What they're going to do is what's happening right now. They're getting everybody used to the terms of patriots, right, or terrorists. white supremacists. That's who they're looking at putting in there. The uprising, you know, from January 6th, you know, the Patriot Party, all those guys. That's who they're talking about. You know, me and you. The people they deem people that want to be left alone, people that, you know, raise their children, pay their taxes, leave us the fuck alone, stay out of our business. That's who they want to put in there. And they keep fucking calling for more and more division and more isolation. And I think they know they're in trouble. I think that's why. I think they know people are done with it. The polls are showing fucking 20%, only 20%, you know, are for Biden. And I think they're scared. I think they know that they are about to be pulled from the castle. And I don't mean the white, I mean any of them. The elites, I think they, you know, how does so few control so many? And I think they are losing control. And they're seeing what's happening all over the world with all these fucking protests and the mass amounts of people out there going, yeah, we're not going to do that bullshit. I think that they know that's about to happen here. And there's such division. And when they poll both sides, they say, yes, we are in for a civil war. There's going to be a divide. And you're going to have a fight over resources. You should probably not be, if you had any fucking worries during all the riots and shit, that is a place that is no longer inhabitable. It is only a matter of time until fucking, the only thing that keeps fucking savages and fucking evil people at bay is the fear that they will be killed or locked up. And law enforcement has gone around and said, we're not going to arrest these people. How many people, how many gun crimes, how many violent crimes this year were committed by people who had already been in custody and released multiple times that year? Like almost fucking all of them. See the new 12-foot concrete walls going in front of, that's what I'm talking about. Lasagna with spices and stoop noodles. Cool. I'm coming down from Wisconsin first week in February to hang out with Freedom. If you could use a guy recovering from a broken right arm for dude, you can come by and meet and say hello, but I don't have volunteer guys, because here's what happens with volunteer guys. I have to fucking oversee them. And when guys come down to volunteer, and I'm like, hey, I need 20 holes dug here. Here's a shovel. Make them 5 feet apart on center and make sure they're in a row. I come out and I get them fucking 5 feet, 4 feet. They're never in a row. You're an unknown. And until I can trust you, you're an unknown. So to use you, I have to supervise you. And at that point, I can do the task easier myself and faster than having somebody. See, there's no financial responsibility to where if you come in and fuck this up, I don't pay you. You fix it and do the work twice. And it's not that you will do that. It's that 99% of the time people come in, that is what they do. Like I got up at 4:30 this morning. I worked all fucking day. Like I did not sit down more than 10 minutes today, other than when I got in a truck to drive to Jackson for an hour and eat, and then drive an hour back. And the entire time I was in there, I was posting social media and doing computer shit. That's the only time I sat down. Now we just run full speed, man. And I appreciate it. I do. You are welcome to come over here, meet, look around, hang out for a few minutes. But I don't have a one-day volunteer guy. I don't have anything for that. It's just because you're an unknown. I mean, I give you my $15,000 lawnmower and you hit a T-post. Then what do I do? You know what I mean? Deep underground tunnels that go everywhere, all over. Yes, I do believe that, Charlie. I absolutely believe that. Look up a video called Tunnels Under Walmart. Sounds crazy. There sure are a fucking lot of them, and people from all over the fucking different walks of life, and a lot of news companies reporting, and they show up and there's a big coring machine at all these Walmarts. Yeah, look it up. I do believe that. You've had a lot of kids who've been recovered from these fucking pedophile rings that say they move them around under tunnels. Look up Tunnels Getty Museum in Los Angeles. Start there. Hillary entering 2024? No, I think it's just diversion. It's just to stir up more people and use up headspace and add fear to keep you from moving forward on your own. When you hear crazy shit like that, right? It's diversion. It's to keep you from fucking doing positive things. Mr. Greg T. Several people live on the property here. There's somebody here all the time. More people are coming. We're building out fucking tiny houses and different things. Community isolation centers is what CD. That's it. Yep, that's it. But they have another term for it. That's part of it. But they have another term that they call it. Shielding. COVID shielding camps is what they call it. Community shielding at different levels, right? Individual, personal, shielding, home shielding, block shielding, town shielding, and community shielding. I think that's what they were. But it's shielding. Any single pistol mag cards. Want to use one to hold a Zippo lighter. Yeah, order whatever color you want. Put in notes, you'll take whatever we have. I'm going to walk over here and show them to you. That doesn't mean 20 other dudes didn't order them tonight, though. We run cards all the time. Yeah, I've got gray. I've got black, OD, and coyote. I only have one black and one coyote. So if I was you and you want the black, order the black and put in notes, hey, if you don't have this, I'll take a gray one or green, and then it'll ship. The shielding concept was released July of 2020. Yeah, it's still there though. Like, it's still there. I watched a video. I believe it was, maybe it was Bear. I'm not sure if it was Bear or Pinball Prepper or Ping Pong Prepper or Magic Prepper or Prepper. One of them pulled it up and showed it on their site yesterday that it is still fucking there in the verbiage. The crazy rabbit. He's out. He's out there right now. And PH Info. You might get here and you're a fucking weirdo, which happens a lot of times. Or you might get here and you're just like the fucking man. You get here and you're like, I'm like, holy shit, you don't even need two arms. I'm okay. You're fine that your arm is broken because you could totally lift a car with your other hand. You just got to show up, man. Just show up. But I do appreciate it. Freedom Inc. will be here tomorrow. We're fucking running the log splitter. He's coming over, chainsawing up a bunch of wood and splitting it all up. We're going to shoot a bunch of video footage tomorrow. He'll be here tomorrow morning. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to turn these lights off, so we got a couple minutes. If there's something last minute you want to discuss, some piece of gear you want to see, Cookie Monster Day is in February. Is it February? Is it in February? It can't be February. Maybe it was November. Boot bags in stock? We have some boot bags in stock. Just order whatever color you want. Put in notes, hey, I want this to ship fast, so send me whatever next is closest, and if we don't have it, we'll send something to you. Chest rig. I like breast rigs. You're going to need a few more words there, buddy. Are the DeWalt electric chainsaw Scully used still going strong? Single? I don't know the answer to that, but I'll bet they are, man. The DeWalt shit, Milwaukee's got a chainsaw out too. There's a dude, I don't remember the name of his channel. He's got like 1.5 million viewers. Every time he does a video, it gets like 1 million views. And all he does is test tools and things. And he did a chainsaw test. He had like fucking 20 different battery powered chainsaws and ran them all head to head. If I was going to buy a battery chainsaw right now, I would buy a steel. I've got the Cobalt. I like it. You can't get parts for it. I bought all the Cobalt power shit because I had the chainsaw, so I already had that battery. And I added a mower and a bunch of shit. You can't get fucking parts for them. It works good until it doesn't. The DeWalt shit has a built-in chainsaw sharpener. So you run the blade, you push the button, it sharpens the chain, the sparks come off. I was super impressed. And Jeff's chainsaw was only a 40 volt. And now they've, you know, my Cobalt's a 80 volt. Billy Magnum, what's up, buddy? Project Farm? No, it's not Project Farm. Slim Perkins, you get my email. I have no fucking clue, buddy. When did you send it, like in the last hour, 2 hours? I have no idea, man. I run through emails a lot of times and reply to them, and it could be my dead mom emailing me from heaven. I wouldn't know. EDC organizers, Typhon Royal. I'm guessing you ordered one and don't have it, so I would go with no. Otherwise, you have something else on your order. You'll typically see them. They've cut all those in the order of largest to least, and I don't know I don't know the answer to it really. They could have just run 3 or 4 for the orders. I don't know. You know how I would find out? I would go back through my social media. Like if I was going to go look, I would look at my social media to get the answer for you. This is a cigar case. I knew I'd seen something. So no, organizers have not run yet. The only organizers that have run have been multicam black, and I think we had like 200, 300 of those to do. There's a few left. And then the next batch was Woodland multicam black. Because I don't think you could order the Typhon Royal Blue, right? That wasn't an option. You had to do it under custom. So there's a lot fewer of them. The EDC organizer stuff and the EDC pouches have been some of the most impatient, whiny bitches because we use the hashtags. So it pulled a lot of people and their first time, second time customers. I have a lot of dudes buying EDC stuff. And when they ask the question, I always look at their account, right? And when I look at their account, I'll see they have 2 orders. And one order was from 10 years ago, and one order is this. It's weird how the dynamics of that happen. Adam Rapier Avenue does the tool test. Huge chance. That must be him then, guys. That must be him. Right hand 308s. I see them on the wall. Have you looked at the website? Will the website let you order it? If so, then you will get one of these. I mean, maybe they're not on the website. Maybe we have them and they're not in inventory, and that's why we still have them. It is weird that they're sitting here. Smaller 18-inch Ryobi gas chainsaw. Getting the dogs ready for their dinner. How bad are the EDC? Zagunzak. I can't even fucking. Come on, dude. First of all, make a name that somebody can fucking pronounce. Secondly, I would tell you don't fucking order the belt. And if you have one, give me your order number, and we'll kill that order off. I'll wait a few minutes here for you to post that up. Otherwise, send a fucking email replying to your confirmation, which I literally say every fucking night. So this tells me one of 2 things. You haven't ordered, in which case you should not order. Or you have an order and you don't want to do what you know will get you an outcome. You want to fucking say something here as though saying it in front of a bunch of other people is somehow going to get you a better outcome. Christmas presents from SOE, family and friends. Hasn't come yet. Bought them other shit. Single guy. What items are they, man? Only says left hand. Okay, so the 308 rigs, send me an email, tell me which one you want, and we will go into the website and see if there are orders from tonight. Like, I could go put 3 of these online right now, and somebody could have ordered those 3. So we'll actually be putting 3 phantom ones into inventory. Send me an email. I'll look it up and get a real actual answer. And then if we have them, I'll put them in and send you an email back about them. Hasn't hit 12 weeks. Complicated order, don't worry. Complicated order can typically be partially shipped because it's holding on one thing, and we can just kill that one thing and get the others to you. Getting the dogs ready for dinner. Billy, what kind of dogs, man? Belt back order guy, man. Come on, where are you at? You have to be more specific with that shit. You want a low profile belt? We build them every fucking day. You want a 1.5 Cobra? We're low on buckles. You want an EDC belt? We can build some of those. I don't have any tan buckles. You want a 175 belt? I don't have any of the hardware. You want a 2-inch Cobra? I don't have any of them buckles either. Now, they could come through the door tomorrow. We have orders for them on order. We just don't have them. You're literally asking me a question in front of fucking 5,000 people. That's what's going to watch this. If you look at the numbers tomorrow, there'll be 5,000 people. You are asking me a question that is going to possibly sway the path of 5,000 people, but you've asked me a question that I don't have all the information for. You just called up Ford and said, hey, I want to buy a Ford product, but you didn't tell them you want a car or truck, or what color, or what options. Large Husky Shepherd, German Shepherd. Right on, man. Right on. And as typical, he won't answer. So I'm out of here, guys. Have a great night. If you need something, send an email. If you were asking me anything about an order, please reply to your confirmation email. What would you say makes you successful? Do you mean when do you know you're successful? At what point have you been successful? Or are you asking me, you perceive that I'm successful and what has made me that way? What did I do to get to where I am? Never stop, man. Never stop. Learn how to say no. 10% of your customers take 80% of your time. Build the best product possible. If you're asking me business advice, what I would tell somebody, 33 cents of every dollar you make goes into an account that says IRS is robbery. And then when you have to pay taxes, you have that and you are covered and you will never be in trouble with it. It sucks. You can hide it. If you get caught, you definitely cannot afford to fight that fight, and they will take your shit, and under the right circumstances, they will send men with guns that will kill your family. Delicious Green Army Man. I do. I do, man. Send me a message and I will fucking I'll make some I'll make sure some send to you, Thad. You have anything that can be used to hold 25 shot shells for trap shooting with a belt loop? I'm sure we fucking do. How weird, we went offline. These 6x6 pouches will definitely do it. Order a couple belt attachments with it. They come in sets of 2s. I would order 2 so you could put them in through all 4. And this will more than hold 25 shot shells. 6x6 zippered utility pocket. And order some of our belt attachments. All right, guys, I'm out of here.